Hi, welcome to Kira's Crafts. Today, I have decided that even though I'm really in the mood to game, I'm going to stick to the schedule. This is going to be a crochet night, but I am going to make it Life is Strange themed. We're doing an amigurumi of HAWT DAWG MAN. At least I'm going to try. I haven't found any patterns for it online. It hasn't really been done. There isn't a lot of crochet amigurumi type Life is Strange merch. So I'm going to try and create one on my own. So I'm going to start with the design phase of HAWT DAWG MAN, and then I'm going to sort of start calculating what the shapes are going to come out as, and we'll probably do a bit of crochet as we're trying to make the pattern as well. So let's get going. So let's see. I'm gonna make a pretty plain body. For the mustard. Okay, so I have noticed that he has little socks on. If you look really close, he's got little socks on, and it's like he's got some sneakers as well. Don't know how I'm going to do his mouth because it's really pointy and he clearly has some teeth up above. I mean, the hands are going to be relatively easy because they're kind of just round. And like I said, there's going to be some socks. He has these little sneaker type things on. Those will have two little white bits that look kind of like laces. I'll have to ignore my drawing. It is pretty bad. Okay. Okay, now we're going to want to do his eyes. In fact, I'll do the white bits first. I think I'm probably going to make the eyes pretty similar to how I do my octopus amigurumi. Well, this is possibly the most deranged looking HAWT DAWG MAN ever, but bear with me. Okay, let's see. Main body. That's going to be quite a simple tube kind of structure. Need a color switch from his socks. I think the mustard is probably just going to be a chain. We'll see when we get to it. Arms will just be really loose tube-like structures. However, I have brought something interesting to the party. I have some craft wire, so I'm actually going to try and make this HAWT DAWG MAN posable. Riv has given me some really serious looking nippers. So yeah, I used to, when I had my jewelry making stuff, I actually had like a proper tiny pair of these, but I don't have it anymore. So I have to I have to get the proper nippers. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna start off with the body with 6 single crochet into a magic ring. So let's do the main body on this side. We'll do the arms and stuff on the other side. But first, oh, you know what? I'm gonna use the red for this. I can't decide what pens I want to use. I have like a whole load of my pens for coloring in and stuff, so. Okay, let's see. Main body. Gonna tuck my hat. See what I'm doing here. Gonna start off round 1. 6 single crochet, magic ring, and obviously round 2 be increasing, round 3 single crochet, increase 6 times. And we'll go to round 4 because we want to see how big we kind of want this hot dog man to be. I want it to be relatively big. If I had more wool, I'd be making a much bigger one because he's just such a cute little character. And do let me know down in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, or let me know in the chat if you're watching on my Twitch live stream. If you think I should make the little mustard pal that goes along with Hot Dog Man as well, because I have seen him in the comics, but I thought Hot Dog Man's the star. Let's make him first. Okay. Single crochet. 2. And then an increase. That by 6. And by the way, if there are any crocheters on YouTube that's going to watch this back, be aware I typically write my patterns really freaky like this, and then once I've kind of fleshed it out and organized it in my head and in yarn, then I write it down all properly, as you would with regular patterns that you find online. Let's see, where's the end of this? Also, for any first-time watchers, yes, the way I crochet is very weird because I hold everything basically in one hand instead of having the yarn in one hand and the hook in the other. I think it's because I started knitting before I started crocheting, so I felt very comfortable having a needle and my yarn in one hand, and having it spread out when I was trying to begin learning crochet just felt so alien. I wasn't a fan, so I just went back to holding it like this, and suddenly it just clicked. Okay, so we are now on round 2. Go. So excited to have my own little hot dog man. So we're just increasing all 6 of the first stitches from the first round. It's going to be a pretty steady increase, like you would with most amigurumi. Have like a steady increase pattern.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice.
You know what? For Hot Dog Man's feet, I think I'm actually going to use the same sort of pattern that I used on my bears, the smaller ones. So if I could make his foot that big, then yeah, the rest of his body would just have to be in proportion to that. And also, yes, I do just have random bits of amigurumi just sitting around on my desk. That's good. Just count. 7, 12. Yep. Got 12 stitches. Yeah, I've just remembered that I really like the foot shape that was on those miniature bears that I made for the North Bear Kids Reading Club. So I'm gonna do that for Hot Dog Man's feet, which means the rest of his body will have to be in proportion with that. So we're gonna be going further than round 4 in increasing. But that is fine. Okay, so yeah, we're just doing 1 single crochet in the next stitch and an increase in the next stitch, just repeating that. Whoops, I forgot an increase in that one. Got an increase there, 1 single crochet, so we want another increase there. Crochet. Single crochet.
You said that you've been searching, silencing your minds.
Crochet, and the last stitch is an increase. There we go. Okay, so now we're on round 4. I like to stagger my increase rounds because then it gives the whole project a really nice round shape rather than sort of hexagonal, which is sometimes it can happen like that. So what I typically do, I ignore the increases in the round and I look at how many single crochets in each stitch I have going. This one requires 2 single crochets, so you have 1 single crochet, 2nd single crochet, then an increase. But of course we ignore the increase, so we're just going to halve it. That means 1 single crochet and then an increase. Oh, Riv has just showed... Okay, obviously it's Christmas time. Riv has just showed me a card that he got from his boss. It's a cute card. It's something my dad would like. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, in order to stagger the increases on the rounds so that the whole project doesn't become kind of hexagonal and instead it becomes nice and shapely, nice and round, I stagger them by, instead of doing 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet increase, just on that first stitch. We miss the first single crochet, so it can stagger where the increase lands in the row. In the round. So now that I've done 1 single crochet and an increase, now we just go back to normal and we just do a single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and a single crochet, sorry, a double, that one. We do an increase, so it goes single crochet, increase. So we're just going to do that around. Single crochet, increase. And if you look at your work, you'll see my increases are starting there, which means those ones would typically fall right in the middle, but because I'm staggering it, it falls to the stitch to the side, so it doesn't end up looking really hexagonal. I hope I'm using the right shape there. And yeah, so we'll just continue that. Single crochet, one single crochet, increase. Crochet, single crochet, increase. Single crochet, and single crochet, increase. And by the way, I have had a lot of people ask me in the past, which is actually why I'm posting this video on YouTube, but I have had a lot of people ask me to help teach them the very basics of crochet. So if you ever have any questions or any queries, please let me know in the comments or drop me a message. You can also email me. My email is in my About section on my Twitch page, or you can just drop me a line on YouTube in the comments. I will get back to you. But yeah, any questions? So yeah, we now have one stitch left over after the repeat that we're doing. That's good because we started with only one single crochet and an increase, which means we have got a one single crochet missing, which means we'll just add it on the end here, the last stitch. Go. Okay, so that's 4 rows. I don't know about you, but a hot dog that's that big is going to be way too small to fit this kind of foot size that I want, because it took me a while to get my teddy's feet scaled from the very large scale teddy that I had made to this little guy, because it's not just a case of just take out a couple of stitches in the beginning and that's it, that's all you do, and suddenly it's smaller. There's a lot of maths, there's a lot of testing, a lot of frogging and taking apart your work. So yeah, I'm not prepared to do any more testing to try and get that foot to be any smaller. So yeah, we're now going to be on round 5. So I'm going to quickly write that down. 5. We're going to have single crochet, the next 3 stitches and an increase, and we're going to do that 6 times. And we'll see how big the main character's main body is getting, so then we can kind of assess it from there. Okay, so because this increase is an odd number, I typically just leave it as I've written it there. So I'm just going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then I'll do an increase. So no having to stagger the stitches this time, because they'll fall where they would normally anyway. So 1, 2, 3, and an increase. Go. And if you look at your work, you should be able to see that the increase from the previous round falls just 1 stitch before, and the one that we're doing now is falling just after it. So the roundness of the project is much easier to see once you've gotten past the 3rd and the 4th row. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, single crochet, that is 3. Go. Single crochet, single crochet, crochet, that is 3, so we'll increase. 1 single crochet, single crochet, that's 3, So the tricky thing about Hot Dogs Man's body is that essentially once we feel like we can stop increasing, we'll pretty much just do a single crochet in all of the stitches all the way around. However, when you do that, the project will continue to get bigger for a couple of rounds. So when I've finished increasing, it won't actually be that size when I start just doing the tube structure of the body, because it will start to just increase just a tiny bit for maybe 1, 2, 3 rows maximum. So I might have to frog this. We will see. 1, 2, 3 single crochet and increase. Go. Okay, let's see. So if Hot Dog Man's body was sort of that thick-ish, just trying to picture it in my head now. Could that foot... I'll have to decrease the ankle of the foot anyway, because his ankles are kind of skinny compared to his feet. I'm gonna go for another round. Yeah, I'm gonna go for another round of increasing. So round 6, single crochet in 4 stitches, and then increase 6 times. So, again, because this has an even number of just single crochets, just ignoring the increase, I'm going to halve that, and I'm going to do 2 single, I'm going to do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm just going to go do 2, because we will pick those other 2 up right at the very end of the round. And again, this is just to stagger the stitches. You don't have to do it this way. You can absolutely just do the 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet increase, and yada yada all the way down. I just do this because I'm a little bit pernickety with how I like my stuff to end up looking. So I've done 2 single crochets and I've done an increase. So now we do as we would normally in our repeat, which is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, that's 2, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, that is 4. So now we will increase 2. There we go. So we're just going to do that again. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, and increase. Single crochet, 2 single crochet, single crochet, and 4. Okay, let's increase. Also guys, if you would like to see me try and do any other kind of Life is Strange merch or any other kind of amigurumi stuff, give it a try, then please do let me know, because I'm absolutely up for that. I'm always looking for new projects and stuff to do. I currently am just working on an octopus army, and I don't say army with a little a, I say army with a big A, because I have probably about 30 in total. And one of them is an absolute behemoth. Let's see, that's the increase at 1, 2, 3, 4. Go, now we increase. Yeah, Riv saw that I was making an absolute ton of octopuses, and he said, hey, can you make me a really big octopus? So he got really thick wool. I had to increase the pattern by quite a bit. And this octopus is now probably twice the size of my head. So I can't even imagine how much stuffing this thing is going to require, but we'll get there. There we go. So that is the increase, which is the end of the repeat, which leaves me 2 stitches before the end of the round. And if you guys remember, the beginning of the round we left out 2 single crochet. So we're just going to add them on the end here. Go. Okay, see now here's the tricky bit. I feel like that is a decent size for me to continue his body, because like I said, it's not going to stay just this thick. It will slightly increase as I'm going down, just doing 1 single crochet in every stitch of the round. It will slightly increase because we have increased in this round, so that isn't the final shape and size. Just again, I'm going to try and imagine it. I think I like it. Yeah. I think I like it, yeah. I'm just going to take a look at... See, Hot Dog Man's feet and arms, they're not super twig-like, but they're not like big hands, but they're like little fists. It's kind of, he's holding his hand in a fist. His feet are kind of skinny. Woot! Yeah, sometimes his limbs are slightly different shapes. I'm gonna have to go with my gut on this. I am going to stick with the round 6 increase. I'm gonna stick. Don't worry, if I have to frog this, I will just come back to this round. Be like, hey, I effed up. Okay, so round 7, we're just doing like normal. So I will put here round 7, but I don't know what round I'm going to end on doing just 1 single crochet in every stitch, so I'm just gonna go for it. And then once I feel like the body is long enough and I can start decreasing in the same manner that I increased, then I will note down what round I'm on, and that'll be the main body. Then we can start on the real meat and potatoes, and we can do the little feet and the socks, the little hands and arms. I do think the mustard is probably just going to be a chain that I darn onto the body. I could make it slightly thicker, but I'll figure it out. Does anybody else find it super therapeutic when you're in the part of a pattern where like you're making a head or a body or something, and you can just do the 1 single crochet in each stitch and you don't even really need to think? Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I'm thinking when I'm doing the arms and stuff, just like I did, say, with the teddies that I made, I put the yarn that I was using for the teddies and I threaded it right through the body. Instead of trying to do some crazy skeleton looking thing, I think that's what I'm gonna do with the beading wire. I'm going to essentially make like 1 long wire to go through just the middle of the body and then out towards the ends of the arms, and probably same with the legs, and obviously that'll look kind of like a horseshoe. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because then you would be able to kind of manipulate the arms and the legs.
to fiction. You picked your poison. This mental friction, clearly it's been broken. Borderline tragic, you're so dramatic. It's automatic, you turn it on like magic. What would it take to make you feel better again? What would it take to make you feel better again? What would it take to make you feel better again? Better again.
Hey Blue Zinnia, how's it going? Ah, see, that is quite a big increase. Actually, I kind of like it. I hope I hope I have enough yarn for this. I wasn't expecting to make quite such a big hot dog man. Yeah, I hope I have enough yarn for this. If not, we can always pick it up next time.
Can someone please stop the bleeding till you call the shots? So staring up at the ceiling, did we lose the plot? Catching the play with the feelings, this is all we got. It should have been fucking easy, what turns out it's not. Can someone please stop the bleeding? I wanna know what you know, let it go. Set it in control. Would you just be fucking honest with yourself? You got it all, you put it on the show, let's get it on. Repeat what you say. Would you just be fucking honest with yourself? Would you just be fucking honest with yourself? Would you just be fucking honest with yourself?
Luzinia, do you have any plans for Christmas? You gotten all your shopping done? Got all your gifts? I managed to snag a really cool gift for Riv, but it is only coming on the 27th of December. No plans, no gifts. You're having a chill one then. That's essentially what Riv and I are doing. We've just told everyone we're not doing gifts, we'll exchange cards, and we're probably just gonna play video games and like snack. It's gonna be a great Christmas. No running around, no having to drive to multiple people's homes, because that's what we've done the past couple of years. Although I will say, last year was pretty dope because Riv actually dressed as Father Christmas for my little nephew, who is 3, and he was just so psyched to have a real Santa Claus come and knock at the door and bring him gifts. It was pretty cool. You bought a laptop, but that wasn't supposed to be a Christmas gift. Oh, it's Christmas, treat yourself. Your laptop, why not? It'll be your Christmas gift to yourself. Hey Scottish, how are you? We're just talking about getting our gift shopping done, but you're obviously all done. Today I am making Hot Dog Man, or I'm gonna try and make Hot Dog Man. And if you guys aren't familiar with who that is, it is a recurring background character in Life is Strange. It's always appearing on people's t-shirts. You can see Max and Chloe, but this is essentially him. And he's just a little comic book character within the world of Life is Strange. So that is what I'm making today. I really felt like gaming, but I want to stick to my schedule. Today's a crochet night, so I thought I'd crochet Life is Strange instead. You use ChatGPT to come up with the ideas for your gifts? I suppose if you really are racking your brains for it, it's not a bad idea. It's really difficult buying for guys. Especially because, you know, guys typically don't shop as much as women, so you guys don't need as much, and I don't really get people superfluous gifts. You know, just tat for the sake of tat. In fact, once I bought Riv a nail brush because he was constantly coming back with like dirty hands and nails from HGV driving. So I just got him a nail brush for his birthday. Just buy them Lego. That's not bad actually, because it's really serendipitous that you said that. One of my friends, he texted me this morning saying that this morning he went into town and he bought himself some Lego to keep him occupied on Christmas Day. And because he's super into racing, I assumed that he bought some kind of set that was something to do with race cars, but he had bought a race car and also something to do with Star Wars. To be fair though, I like Lego. My brother had an absolute ton of Lego when we were little, and I remember we tried making an actual castle, like big enough for dolls and stuff to sit in. And yeah, I mean, we weren't far off. I hope he kept it. That is valuable now. I think now my little nephew has it. I don't think he has all of it, because when my brother was into Lego, we were still in South Africa. He was really little. I don't know that we bought all of his Lego with us when we came over from Spain. Because when we moved from South Africa, we didn't actually move straight to England, because we moved around a lot. But we moved to Spain, and I think we were only there for a couple of months, and then my dad decided, oh, actually, I don't. Let's go to England, because business has taken him there. So I don't think my brother has it anymore. I think he has some though. But there's sets coming out all the time, aren't there? Is Lego really that valuable? I assumed it's just the same kind of shapes and pieces and different colors to make different sets. Vintage rare sets are very expensive. I wonder what classes is like vintage rare sets. I'm trying to think of the stuff that my brother used to play with. I can't actually remember what his Lego started out as. I just remember he had like a giant toy box just full of just random pieces. Did I click that? I have to count my rows now. Distracting me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we're actually on round 13 now. It's no big deal if I miss a round or two. NBD. I'm actually kind of curious to see what kind of Lego sets are vintage and rare. Vintage, rare, Lego sets. Lego Captain Jack Sparrow. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, you got the Hogwarts Castle, Super Mario Nintendo Entertainment System. I have seen this tropical aquarium. There's a typewriter. No, is that the pink mansion from Coraline? Oh my god. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, it's the Pink Palace from Coraline. But this isn't Lego, this is the Million Spring whatever. Oh, that's so cool that they have a pink palace. No, they don't sound vintage. What would class as vintage? Oh, collectors. Yeah. Those ones look old and vintage. Oh my gosh, these look so old. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's such an old advert for Lego. Wow. Okay, is it bad that I'm kind of thrilled that there is a pink palace of Lego? I wouldn't get it. I have no money or space for that kind of thing, but it's pretty cool that they include Coraline type stuff in Lego, knockoff Lego. Have you seen the movie Coraline or read the book? It actually started out as a book, and it was marketed towards kids, even though it shouldn't have been, because the author took it to her editor, I guess, and the editor came back after reading it and kind of went, I can't market this to children, it's too scary. And the author was pretty much like, tell you what, go let your 2 daughters read it. Yeah, it's a Neil Gaiman. And the editor's 2 daughters went and read it, and I think they were like 12 and 8. And the daughters came back and they were like, yeah, no, that's fine. It's all good. Nothing scary about that. So the editor went ahead, pushed the book forward. The book was released, marketed to kids. And only when the editor's daughters were something around 16 or 18 years old, they came back to their mom and went, actually, the book was terrifying. We just didn't want to sound like babies when, you know, saying, oh, we're scared of what we read in a book. So it should never have been marketed to kids. It's kind of disturbing how quickly the book moves along the plot line as well. Because in the movie, Coraline goes to the other mother, the other side. I think it's 2 or 3 nights in a row, and the whole place gets slowly more demented every time she goes. But in the book, I believe it only happens in one night. Everything happens in one night. Very fast-paced. Has Neil been cancelled now? There were a lot of allegations. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the news. There's so much, you know, people paying to fuel hate on every news outlet. So I don't really watch the news. Actually, I haven't really kept up with the news since I was about 18, because I went to university and I went to study law and journalism alongside creative writing. And as soon as I realized journalism was a lot of lessons in how to like fearmonger and, you know, fuel discourse and hatred, I just thought, I'm so not about this. So I just left it. And I just haven't watched the news since. So I'm like, if everyone who is involved in that has been taught even half the stuff that I got taught in that first year of journalism, then I'm just not interested. But Neil Gaiman, I quite enjoy a lot of his stories. One of them though was so far out there, I couldn't even understand what was really going on in the book. I can't remember the name of it, but it almost felt like you were hearing a fever dream from the perspective of a young boy. I want to say 9, maybe. And he lived on a lane, and I think it was in England. And he pretty much had witches living down the lane from him. And just the kind of stuff that happened in that book, I remember it took me a long time to get through that book, even though it was basically a children's book, because I just didn't understand what was going on in it. So I felt very pained every time I had to pick up the book and start reading again. Because if I'm not engaged, then I don't really want to read. Actually, the book I'm reading right now is pretty good. I can't remember who it's by, but it's called Playing Nice. And it's about 2 sets of parents who discover that their kids were switched at birth. And, you know, so far I've made it through the parents meeting each other and, you know, finding out about each other and agreeing to stay in their kids' lives, but they're not going to switch their kids back because they're about 3 years old now. But there is a little bit of weirdness because in between every chapter, the private detective that found the one family is making reports basically, and the reports are not truthful. They're saying that the other family appears hostile and drunk and they don't know how to be a parent, when actually the opposite is true. So you're kind of sitting there thinking, why is this private detective so gung-ho on this one family that's just trying to do its best? Have you read any interesting books recently? Because I am always looking for new read recommendations. Even though my local library is now shut for the holidays. Well, because this period of time is the most difficult because Christmas tends to sneak up on you and come by really, really quick. And then once you're actually ready for it, suddenly it turns into a snail's race. It doesn't want to arrive. And then as soon as it's the actual day, it speeds by so quickly, and suddenly New Year's is there and gone, and perception of time is very, very skew during the holidays. Oh, it's this little hot dog man's head. So cute. Truly a hot dog. Yeah, I know that in Life is Strange they just call him Hot Dog Man, but it's actually HAWT Dawg Man. Gonna be cool. I don't know how I'm gonna do the mouth though, because his mouth is it's very triangular. Show you. Zoom in a sec. There it is. So his mouth is very triangular with the little teeth at the top. I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly. I don't want to just get a piece of felt and just cut It. Oh.
Let's play.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Scottish. Did those yakachus, those yak chews arrive yet? For is it your sister's dog? Am I remembering that correctly? I actually saw some in my local shop today, and for like this teeny weeny little yakachu, ridiculous, £7. I just thought, jeez, it's just crazy. Oh, you wrapped them and handed them over today. Well remembered. Well, I'm typically not that good at remembering stuff like that, but no, we had a good chat about it, and I was really hoping that I hadn't just talked you out of yakachus. Does your sister's dog actually unwrap toys? You pack them with 2 super squeaky toys. Oh, they're gonna love it. My dogs have a really big treat each, which I'm sure they will destroy in no time at all. And the little man has a squeaky toy. It seems pretty robust, but I'm sure Bucky will tear it to pieces. Dog tears wrapping paper apart. That's so sweet. Chip does that. Ever since Chip was quite young, he knew that stuff is underneath wrapping paper. He understood the concept that the treat is inside the paper, and you can tear the paper, just don't damage the thing that's inside. Bucky has absolutely no understanding of wrapping paper. He likes to eat wrapping paper. Gonna have to put Hot Dog Man's eyes in soon. I think I'm gonna do his eyes similar to how I did the octopus's eyes. So just like a little white strip of yarn around the sides. She has this soft toy she really loves. Whenever you visit, she rushes off to get her toy and parades around the room, showing it to everyone. That's so cute! Oh, I called something cute, so Bucky's getting jealous. You're making Bucky jealous. I can't possibly find anything but Bucky cute. That is really sweet though. I don't think I've ever had a dog that does anything like that. I think because toys always get destroyed, so you have to get new ones. Sounds like something that happens in a movie. A dog has a toy for that long. Yes, it is the first soft toy that hasn't been chewed up in 5 minutes. Oh man. There's the first toy that Bucky got was this little blue elephant that was flat. It like had a flat body and had like crinkly stuff in the body, but its head had a squeaker in it. And as a puppy, Bucky just wasn't destructive. So that elephant lasted quite a bit, but then eventually, you know, he grew a bit older, his teeth really came into their own, so the poor elephant had to go eventually. But luckily, the elephant was something like a £2 toy from B&M, so I've just carried on replacing it every time, and I'm sure Bucky can tell that it's a new one because it won't smell like him. But I think I'm just gonna have to carry on replacing it because he and his elephant belong together. Although since last Christmas, he got given this goose, which is called everything because we're not really sure what it is. I thought it looks like a goose. Riv thinks it looks like either a turkey or a chicken. Space chicken. That's its nickname. And Bucky is absolutely obsessed with it, to the point that I've had to sew up this goose multiple times. And this poor goose, I mean, it's missing half of one of its legs. Some of its hair has been pulled out. Its body has been chewed up so much. It's undergone so much repair work. I feel so bad for it. I mean, luckily I have loads of stuffing. I have loads of stuffing, so I can just restuff toys. You can buy squeakers, but he has plenty of squeaky stuff, so I don't need to buy him that. You know what? I don't think there is a chance in hell that I'm gonna have enough red yarn to do Hot Dog Man's whole body. Unless I want to make him, like, instead of a hot dog, I'll make Cocktail Wiener Man. Hot Dog Man's faithful sidekick next to the mustard bottle. What's up? These dinosaurs? Oh my god, they're so cute! They're little dinosaurs! They're little Christmas dinosaurs! Oh my gosh. Hold on, I have to show. Christmas dinosaur earring. I'm so bad because the camera's inverted, so I'm like, what? That is so cute! Okay, I'm not going to put them on right now because they are going to get pushed in by my earphone. Probably going to irritate my ears, but thank you. I love my Christmas decor. My Santa hat that I typically wear all the way throughout December is all the way down south, like 7 hours away at my mum's, because I went to go and visit her down south last year for Christmas, and I just left it there by accident. But I do have little reindeer antlers. I just can't wear them with this. Oh, I really don't think I'm gonna have enough for this. It's fine. I can get some more yarn another day. If I'm not able to complete the body of Hot Dog Man, then I can just get another skein of yarn another time, and we will continue. I won't do any of this off camera because I want to get all of the processes on how I make little characters like this. I want to get it all recorded. That's a super vibrant, red. Yeah, I thought it was good because I do have a darker one, but it's more of a deep tomato sauce red. And Hot Dog Man is a very vibrant red. It's the same with the mustard. I do actually have a sort of English mustard color in a wool, but then I saw it was a very vibrant yellow. It's almost, I mean, he's a cartoon character, and these are very cartoony type colors. We need to reproduce all those lovely E-number dies. Yeah, we do. Don't eat this. It's even worse. Well, would it be worse for you than an actual hot dog? This is 100% cotton. least it's ethically sourced, I guess. Oh, ad break starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, this is ads on Twitch, by the way, not for people viewing on YouTube. I'm just gonna type in break there. I cannot spell. Go.
One mistake is all that it takes to break up the trust that we made. I'm open to changing my ways this
Now
time.
the question is, where do I put Hot Dog Man's eyes? Oh, you don't see the ads? That's good. I don't know. Are you subscribed? I'm still getting used to Twitch, so as far as I know, if you subscribe then you don't see ads, or I think if you use Turbo. Okay, well then you're just lucky that the ads haven't come through to you. I think they're different for everyone. Oh yes, could be because I'm connecting via Switzerland. Hold on. As in you're using a VPN? Or you're actually in Switzerland? I asked you if you had any Christmas plans. You didn't say you were going to Switzerland. Did you take the yacht? Yes, VPN. Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe. That could be it. VPN is messing with those pesky ads. That's much cheaper than actually visiting, yeah. Although, I was just thinking yesterday, because I was playing Life is Strange 2, and the subject of skiing came up. Sort of thought, oh, it would be kind of nice to go skiing. I've never been skiing. Have you tried it before? Like snowboarding or on actual skis? I don't know if I would be more comfortable on skis or a snowboard. I've done skateboarding, but I've also done rollerblading and roller skating, so I'm comfortable keeping my balance either way. Skiing looks like an expensive way to break a leg. Yeah, I will say that there was, back when I was in high school, or what English people call secondary school, there was a school trip to go Switzerland or something like that. I can't remember. I didn't go, but I didn't manage to make the shortlist, so I didn't make it. But 3 of the girls came back because I was in an all-girls school when I came here, and 3 of the girls came back. They all had broken legs. One of them had broken not just her leg, but she'd also absolutely shattered her kneecap. I don't think she was in school for the longest time. Is there a way that you can kind of, I don't want to say prevent breaking a leg, because then you'll just say, don't go ski. But can't you like pad up? You know, like the way you do with skateboarding and stuff. Oh, hello. Hi, do you want to come up? Come on. Yeah. Look, what are we doing, buddy? Yeah, you can inspect. Look, that's Hot Dog Man. Uh-huh. That's his head. That's a pen. Oh, you want the pen? Are you just gonna take the pen? Can I have it? Yeah, thank you. That's a good boy. Oh, you want that pen, don't you? You want it? Okay, I can't give you that one because that's like my favorite pen. How about this one? I don't mind that one. What? Yeah. You gotta take good care of it. No, you don't want that one either. You can't have my writing pen. I'm sorry, buddy. He's such a cutie. Oh, thank you. He is. He's my beautiful, beautiful boy. Hey. You can't stay up here, though. He tried doing this yesterday. When I was playing Life is Strange 2, he tried just sitting on my lap very awkwardly, but he couldn't get himself comfortable. So even though my front camera just shows that, nobody could see how much he was like moving me, and I was like, God damn it! I'm just trying to video game here. Oh, skiing, it's just inherently dangerous. Your boots are locked to the skis. So if the skis stop, momentum means you keep going and it snaps the legs. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. Jeez. That's hectic. The solution is not to stop, just keep going. Down to the center of the earth, baby! Don't know where I want to put the eyes. Hot Dog Man. How much of a forehead does he have? He doesn't have a big forehead. No, it's always the same. It's pretty close to the top. Okay. So I have his eyes just here. And the backs. Go. Just finish the end of this round. Pull the wool. I'll look at where I'm going to put his eyes. There's always the risk that another skier will knock into you too. You know what, that's kind of the same as when you go ice skating. I'm sort of a advanced beginner whenever I go ice skating because, again, I've done lots of rollerblading and, well, I mean, when I was growing up I did all sorts of different kind of sports that relied on balance, that sort of thing. So when I get on the ice, there is that period of sort of, whoa, okay, floor's like slippy. But then, you know, after you kind of just remember it, it is like riding a bike, as they say. I get back into it really quickly. But unfortunately, there are always those people who are super advanced and they go zipping in between you and like, you know, stopping suddenly. And you're just like, holy crap, can you just give me a bit of space, please? I cannot do what you do. See, I think my Hot Dog Man's eyes might look a little bit small. I could make them look slightly bigger if I crochet the whites around his eyes. It would just give them a little more depth. Yes, I think I will do that actually. Okay. think I will also go with 6 single crochet into a magic ring for this. Just don't want his eyes to look too small. Like he's seen something scary. That for a stitch marker. Oh my gosh, why is this being so fiddly? There we go. Okay, 1, 2. 4, 5, 6. Scottish, would you ever go skydiving? Or are you sort of more avoid the risk? Okay, I'll do an increase each of these stitches. Hopefully that makes the white of the eyes just big enough that it's not swamping the black part of the eye. So it's a bit of an act. I like to keep my feet on the ground. Yeah, I don't blame you. As much as I like the idea of feeling like you're flying, or at least falling with style, Buzz Lightyear, there's just so much that can go wrong. So many accidents. My stepdad is actually meant to be going skydiving for charity. He had to actually raise a certain amount before he could even go. So that's going to be quite exciting because he's never done it before. I find that even step ladders are a bit too risky for your liking. Really? I mean, I know there's a certain amount of risk with step ladders, but I had to use them a lot while I was working, so I kind of got used to it. There it is. Ooh, indoor skydiving. Yeah, I would do indoor skydiving. Is that like being sucked up and then sucked? No, I think it's literally like a tunnel of air, just like an upright tunnel, and you just step through a door and then you can just go into the air. Actually, I can't believe I didn't think of that. My friend has done that multiple times. He loves it. I've never wanted to know how spiders feel as they disappear up the nozzle. No, me neither. I would like to let spiders go. Unfortunately, they are too scary for me. So they have to go in the Hoover. Tis their destiny. I think this is actually just right. Yeah. Okay, I've just got to find the right stitch for it to go into. That's too close to the edge.
Don't think he ever really knew me. I have run quite a distance, so in some ways I'm truly different. In some way I kept my soul. I got
You're just giving them a free skydiving experience. Probably having the time of their lives. Short lives, admittedly. You know what? That sort of makes me feel a little less guilty. No. Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I would rather catch and release spiders. It's just, unfortunately, I'm so freaked out by them. I can't do anything. I can't even squish them. So I just hoover them up. In fact, when I went to go and babysit my nephew while my brother and sister-in-law were on their honeymoon, this was September this year. And it was getting kind of cold, kind of damp some of the days. The weather was just beginning to turn. And my mum, where my nephew and I were staying, we were staying at my mum's down south. And she has this house that just has all of these little drain pipes all over the place and vines growing up the side of her house. So it was absolute spider city when I was down there. The first couple of nights, I'd crashed on her couch, and then one night, just before I was looking at heading to bed, an absolutely massive rain spider came over the arm of the couch, and I had to stop myself from screaming because it was like midnight. So I thought, no, F this, I'm gonna go and sleep in my van. And my van was parked on the driveway, so it was totally fine. You know, and River built the bed in the back, so it was super warm, super snuggly. Dogs and I were absolutely fine. I didn't want to sleep in a room where I was pretty sure there could be like north of 3 or 4 spiders that are probably gonna crawl and do what they do at night. That just wasn't happening. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. I have 12. Okay.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels.
I'm so excited to put the eyes on. I know this seems like a really small part of the whole project, but I'm just excited to see how his little face turns out. Okay, so I want to make the eyes look quite even. Okay, so we're kind of aiming for that stitch there. Yep, that looks right. Oh my god. Should I just put the eyes like right next to each other like that? To make them look super cute. Just want to see how close his eyes are. Okay, they're actually kind of far apart. Okay, I've got to be careful with this. I don't want to make him look like skew or anything. I want to get it as even as possible. Okay, so it's pretty high up on his head. So just hypothetically, I put that there. He looks so cute. Okay, and there's a little bit of distance between his eyes. Is that too much? Actually, that might be a bit much, yeah. Let me move it over a stitch. That is better, I like that. Okay. I'll probably aim downwards or upwards. It gives such different looks depending on where you want the eyes. The eyes is when they get their soul. Or if you're an octopus, the eyes is when the planning starts. I've actually got a commission for, I think it was 5 octopuses. And again, just in case people watching on YouTube are not aware, I know the plural for octopus is octopi. It's just whenever I am selling my plethora of octopus army octopi, kids, even though I try and tell them that it's octopi, I think they just prefer octopuses. Maybe it just like makes more sense to them. I don't know. But either way, you get what I'm saying. I think I'm going to keep his eyes like that, you know, kind of looking upwards a little bit. Okay, in that case, I need to start attaching his eyes then. So I'm comfortable with how far apart his eyes are. I'm just going to put the backs in the eyes now. Just going to push them down as far as they will go. There we go. Looks so cute. I can't. Okay. So kind of upwards. Too much. Oh, actually, because of where the eye starts, I can just my first stitch will anchor his eye where I want. So let's see. Does that stitch fall? Where it comes out? Comes out there. Sorry, this is going to be really difficult to do on camera. Wait, the plural of octopus is definitely octopuses. Octopi is technically wrong. Octopus is not Latin. What? I have been told all of my life that the plural of octopus is octopi. What is the plural of octopus? The most widely accepted and correct plural for octopus in English is octopuses, though octopi and the Greek-derived octopods are also used, with octopi being common but based on a misunderstanding, and octopodes often seen as pedantic. Is it weird that I kind of like octopodes? Octopode sounds badass. My octopode army. I didn't know. I didn't know that octopi was based on a misunderstanding. So I can just say octopuses and it's fine. Heck yeah. I'm not going to correct little children anymore. And for anyone that I have corrected, I am so sorry. I was given bad information. It is correct and preferred. I love it. You just taught me something new, Scottish. Thank you very much. This is something, the amount of stuff that I learn off of these streams is unreal. I'm not just here making crochet stuff or doing gaming. I'm actually learning as well. I don't know how much of a clean line I want for the eyes, to be honest. Ah! I'm gonna go both stitches. That one comes out there. Ah! Go. I can't believe I've been saying octopi all my life. And I'm pretty sure it's my dad who told me that it's octopi. He also told me that the correct way to phrase anything when you're including yourself and someone else in a sentence is to say that person and I. It's always and I, and it's about putting other people before you, which is a great sentiment. But when I was learning creative writing in university, it was my professor who said, actually that's not right. You are meant to, the correct way to do it is to try the sentence without the other person. So if you were going to say, I don't know, Sarah came to the trampoline park with Michael and I. But if you try it without the Michael, you would just say Sarah came to the trampoline park with me. So it's not actually and I, it's Michael and me. That's the correct way to say it apparently. But if you know better, please do let me know. Because I love learning languages. No, that's absolutely right. Oh, cool. Well, at least I have been correctly informed about that. Which is the next stitch I'd be able to go into reasonably? That one? No. Probably this one. The actual eye is being anchored down there, so I don't need to darn that into place. Plus, I can't. Stitches are way too tight there. Ah! Okay, that will go down there. And final stitch. Gosh, he's so perfect. Okay. So, because I actually have the back of my eye, the back of the eye available here, I have to secure it in place so much as I can just darn it into place. Tie a knot. Can be a little bit fiddly. Totally worth it when we have our hot dog man. Redeemed hydrate. Okay, okay. Because I haven't drunk much today. So cute. Okay. I will put those stitches in place permanently, but I just want to get the other eye into place first before I cut the tail off. Okay, so it's coming out of that stitch. I probably want to put the next stitch in there. That looks good. Come on, you little tail. Scottish, you'll have to let me know if there's anything in about 50 seconds in terms of ads, because I'm kind of curious, because sometimes people can see them, sometimes people can't, and I want to know when I should schedule my own breaks in terms of when the ads come through. But obviously, if the Swiss VPN is keeping you shielded, then don't worry about it. Oh, lost the tail there. I can just see it now. I'm gonna post this on YouTube, and the amount of crochet people will be all over me going, why do you hold everything so weirdly? Trust me, I'm well aware. I am so well aware that I hold things super weirdly. It's just the way I do. Get behind the eye here. Yes. And it helps that I am somewhat ambidextrous, so I don't typically worry about how I hold things or what tool goes in what hand. Very comfortable just switching. Okay, so that's where the first stitch went. So I can just attach end of that right where it came out. Can you write left-handed? Actually, I am left-handed. That's kind of why I became ambidextrous. Admittedly though, I have not written with my right hand in the longest time. I used to use it when I worked in an office because one of my managers, he seemed to have this absolute vendetta against me, and once he figured out that I was left-handed, he said that my writing smudged because of the way I'm left-handed. So I tried tipping my notebook, doing, you know, writing any other way possible, and he was not having it. He wanted to try and make me write stupid with my other hand. So yeah, that's kind of where that skill came from. Okay, I'm done with these for now. Just gonna pop these in there so they don't get lost. I'm gonna give the tails a little dot, keep them in place. Go. Now, get rid of these tails. He's so cute. Oh, I just don't know what to do about his mouth. Don't know what to do about his mouth. The word sinister refers to left, so left-handers are sinistral. Sinister as in evil? I didn't know that the word left is meant to be sinister. I wouldn't say I'm particularly evil. Although I suppose it's who you ask. If you ask Riv, I'm not evil. If you ask the spiders that I vacuum up, okay, since I don't have to do anything right now with HAWT DAWG MAN's mouth being darned on or whatever, it's not like the eyes where I have to fix it to the back. I can just sew his mouth on later. So I'm gonna maybe decide a bit later on down the line of the project. We'll figure it out. Who knows? Maybe I'll just do, maybe I can just don the triangle shape just onto his face, almost like embroidered.
Throw away the city lights, throw away the cars. Give me a clear night underneath all the stars. I don't want no concrete jungles, no suburbia. I just want somewhere that the blue skies are. So come with me to a place so far, where the palm trees dance and sway. So run with me. If we leave right now, we might make it in time. The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves
Some other
have
colours
just begun.
for Hot Dog Man.
Who's calling the night?
Left-handed people used to be viewed as evil. That's so strange. I remember watching an episode of American Dad where we find out that the wife, Francine, used to be left-handed, but the nuns where she was raised would hit her with a fish whenever she tried writing with her left hand until she became right-handed. And they would say something like the lefties are the devil's minions or something like that. I didn't know that was actually based off of a real thing. It's so weird.
The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just
The
begun.
what?
The water is calling, the night is young.
You can do whatever you like, Riv. I'm really not bothered. Rapping really isn't a big deal. Huh? No, that's a pretty box. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Oh. Okay. No, it's a pretty box. I'm probably gonna keep it. The box. I literally read that when you said, "Shall I wrap the bog box?" and you put that in the chat. I thought, doesn't bog mean toilet in English? Okay, what have you ordered that it requires a toilet? What? No, it's the big box.
Yeah, she's my kind of glamorous.
Ridiculous. I feel so crappy that you've got all the gifts on time and the one that I got you is only arriving on the 7th. I know it's just a man-made date. It's really not that big a deal. But still. Like I said, your gift is a home run. I know you're gonna flipping love it. Yeah. Yeah, flipping. That's how confident I am. No. No. Also, stop thundering around the van, because my whole laptop is like shaking. Oh, okay. In the Bible it says that God's left hand is the hand of judgment, and those who fall out of favor are sent to the left. Okay. That's so weird, because I was raised in a Christian household, and I have absolutely no memory of either of my parents telling me that. And my nana on my dad's side was super duper uber religious, so, and I was like her favorite grandchild, so I'm very surprised, because she knew full well that I was left-handed. I was always coloring in or drawing or writing, so I'm surprised nothing was ever said to me. And he shall separate them from another as the shepherd divideth the sheep from the goats, and he shall set the sheep on his right, but the goats on his left. Yes, of course, because goats were one of the 7 deadly sins, weren't they? I don't remember what they represented, I just remember seeing animals represented as the 7 deadly sins. Peacocks were pride, pigs were greed, there's a snake, goat, can't remember, but yeah, sheep were seen as favorable because of shepherds and stuff, and goats were meant to represent one of the sins. Anyway, it's getting way too religious right now. I know it's Christmas, but lust? Oh, wait, what? Goats are meant to represent lust? Really? Maybe that's why I don't remember it. I learned about this all when I was a kid. I probably didn't even know what lust meant. That's probably why. That's so bizarre. So, have you been Googling all of this, or are you part of that faith? You don't have to answer, by the way. Oh, look, my red yarn is running thin. Fine, we'll get another ball. I just knew that left-handed people have always been suspicion, and I looked up the quote. Dang. Okay. You've got some crazy amounts of knowledge. That mind palace of yours. I just know enough that I can make a hot dog man. Your aunt told you she was a teacher and left-handed. That was probably so difficult for people in the Dark Ages when they were left hands. They were probably like, which? And they're like, no, we're just lefties. Oh my gosh, he looks so cute. No, I wasn't implying that your aunt's from the Dark Ages. Oh my gosh, no. It just popped into my head. I was just thinking of all the times people that would have had left hands in the times when, you know, the Bible was like super revered. How rude. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll just go off on this random train of thought inside, and then I'll just randomly say something, and sometimes it won't even be related to the conversation, and someone will go, how did you think of that? And I'll have to backtrack my train of thought. What you want? Come back up. Lucky wants to come back up. Should I let him back up? You want to say hot dog man? You want to see hot dog man? I love the this song.
Never thought I'd believe in miracles. You made me realize
Feels like I'm building a finger puppet or something.
don't need to tell me what the future holds. Oh, I'll be fine 'cause we'll be laying in the sun. So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of your worries away.
When I press it together like that, it's like,
I wish I could live this life on replay. Don't need to make plans. It's all in your hands. I'm too busy. I'm spending all my time with you. Driving through the states. Don't know what awaits. It don't matter. I'm spending all my time with you. I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you. Oh, I'm spending
love this song.
I've seen your smile light up the darkest rooms. I'll put your love on top 'cause I know you will too. You get more beautiful like flowers bloom. I've never felt this yet, it feels like deja vu. So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of your worries away. And we don't have to go now. I wish I could live this life on replay. So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of the worries away. And we don't have to go now. I wish I could live this life on replay. Don't need to make plans. It's all in your hands. I'm too busy. I'm spending all my time with you. Driving through the states. Don't know what awaits. It
Oh, I wish this song was on Beat Saber.
all my time with you. I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you. I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you.
actually doing quite well. Considering how small this ball of yarn was, I actually got a lot further than I thought we would.
She looks deep into my eyes, remain silent. The problems in her head pile up. Again and again, she tells me how sick she is. Everything is so hard for her. Why don't you just tell me? Everything could be so simple, but you want to make it difficult for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. Why don't you just tell me? Everything could be so simple, but you want to make it difficult for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. I will take your heart, count the time of love until it is over. You should have thought about your problems wouldn't go away by themselves. I will take your heart, count the time of love until it is over. You should have thought about your problems wouldn't go away by themselves. I guess we will split our ways. No more of your makeup in my face. My feelings are replaced. Time to end this phase. Na 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 na. I guess we will split our ways. No more of your makeup in my face. My feelings are replaced. Time to end this phase. Na 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 na.
I keep dreaming, but my dreams keep flying away. As somewhere far beyond, keep chasing them and I never rest for a day. There's something I don't do. I feel the wind blowing my face, but that's alright. I smile at people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. It's been a while since I ran into you on a street. I wonder if you moved. Hope everything is going amazing for you, and you're not feeling blue. I feel the rain pour down my face, but that's alright. I smile at people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I
Right,
gotta say it's
that
one
is
of a
all
kind.
that
Yeah,
ball of
but
wool
when
wrote.
off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a
Well, I have to say, I got a lot further into this project than I thought I would, considering how much yarn was in that little ball. I'm quite happy with it so far. I mean, it's pretty spectacular because when we started this was all we had. And now we have a little hot dog man on the way. So cool. Will you be able to get more the same color? Yeah. Yeah, I have a local shop that I go to that has all of this, but because I don't want to get too much of a surplus of wool because I don't have the space, I get like one ball of each color at the same time. and it's not even of every color. Some colors I don't have at all. But yeah, I just, on a whim today, I was thinking, what do I want to crochet for tonight's stream? And I really wanted to play Life is Strange. So I thought, oh, I'll make something or someone from Life is Strange. And I know that someone had already suggested in one of my previous crochet or gaming nights. They said, hey, you should make a hot dog man. And one day I will make the little mustard bottle guy that goes with him so they can go on all their adventures. It'll be great. But yeah, that's all she wrote for today. I'm going to end the stream here. I'll end the video if you're watching on YouTube. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you made it to the end of the stream, very well done. I'm looking at you, Scottish. Obviously, follow along if you want to see this kind of content. Tomorrow night I am gaming some Life is Strange 2. And we just go back and forth with the crochet and the video game nights. So yeah, follow along if you want to see more of that kind of thing. Share if you think it's worth sharing. And join me next time. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be doing more Life is Strange 2. Super excited because it's my first playthrough, so I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we saw the Arcadia Bay cameo sort of come in for a second. I was like, oh, are we going to see Max and Chloe? But I actually don't want to see them anymore because Don't Nod keeps killing off all of its characters, so actually I'm surprised they haven't gone after little Hot Dog Man. So anyway, that is all for tonight. So go have a great day or a great evening. If not, go do something to make it a great day or a good evening. Very welcome for the stream. And yeah, if I don't see you guys before, then have a good Christmas, have a great Christmas, and take some time for yourself and try and chill out. I will see you guys next time. Bye.